What's up, kids? Hope everybody's doing well. It is Friday, December 18th. This is the last live I'm doing in the group or anywhere. No more podcasts, no more interviews, no more live things until next year, until 2021. Can you believe we have come as far as we've come in 2020? Oh my gosh, it's like the world has flipped over multiple times. So many big social issues, just political issues, global health issues, social justice issues, business issues, economic issues, family issues, personal and public health issues. So many things have come and gone from this year. And wow, so many things still here, so many things still needing so much help and so much work. We've got an opportunity. So let's talk about 2021. Hey, welcome guys. It's good to see y'all. Let's talk about 2021. Because if we don't tackle 2021, we are not going to get it done. And we have to go into it with our eyes open and knowing what part is ours and what part is the universe's, okay? So yeah, there's stuff going on out there that can still make you nervous or may make you celebrate. But bottom line is, you've got stuff to do, I've got stuff to do that's important and that matters and that we have to own our part in, right? Okay, so when looking at 2021, my team and I just did our planning week this week. So we plan every quarter. We don't plan every year. We plan every quarter. We look ahead 12 full weeks and we get stuff done in a 12-week pattern. So we've looked ahead for Q1 of 2021. At the end of that quarter, we'll look ahead for Q2 and then Q3 and Q4. I don't know about you, but I have no freaking idea what I'm going to be doing in September next year, let alone next December or maybe even June. But I do know pretty much what I'm going to be doing in March, February, January, right? Make sure that you're focusing on a section of time that you can actually accomplish something in. All right. So first up, look at 2021 and think through the categories. This is how my team and I do this. We think through categories of things we know we need to tackle and we need to hit hard. Like for you, if it's prospecting, or if it's really nailing down your sales process. You're getting prospects in, but you're just not closing. Or you're able to close, but you're just not getting enough prospects in. Or let's say you're prospecting and closing, but the workflow is just overwhelming you and your team, and you need to figure out hiring and leadership. Or you just got to get systems in place. Oh my gosh, I just got to stop and take a whole week to get systems in place. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, put those down in categories. So if it's lead gen prospecting, that could be a category for you. If it's sales and the sales process, it could be a category for you. If it's getting some help because my systems and my workflow is just overwhelming, I need to get working less than 60 hours a week, whatever it is for you, get categories, okay? So you're gonna have a couple of big categories. Try to nail that down. Again, we're just talking about the next 12 weeks. What are you gonna do in the first quarter of 2021? January, February, March. There are 12 clean weeks in every quarter, and then there's that 13th week that's always kind of a weird week. It's like half in one quarter and half in the other quarter. That's your next planning week. But right now, what are you gonna do for those strong, clean 12 weeks? By the way, if you have questions I'm going along here, fire them away. I'll do my best to jump in there and answer them for you. What are you gonna do for those 12 clean weeks, okay? Let's say it's prospecting. Then make that a category. I know I'm gonna handle prospecting and I'm gonna really crush our workflow. Gotta get some delegation, some systems built. Awesome. Don't have more than 3 categories. 1 or 2 is better because you wanna do really, really good work in 1 or 2 categories, not really sloppy work in 5 categories, right? We're all overachievers. We all wanna get out there and hustle. We think we can do way more than we actually can. Get out there and be amazing and check some things off your list in 12 weeks. The next quarter, do some more things. All right, so pick 1 or 2, max 3 categories. Let's say it's prospecting and workflow, like getting a team and some delegation in place. Cool. Then under each of those, identify the top 2 or 3 things that you know you need to do. For instance, like let's say prospecting. Top 2 or 3 things that you know you need to do to get prospecting going in that first quarter of 2021. All right, what are those top 1 or 2 things? Is it, I need to start this LinkedIn strategy, I need to start a Facebook outreach strategy, I need to be more active and post every day, or what is it for you? Or I'm not sure what to do. I need to buy a course or hire a coach or go lean in on friends that I know are already experts at it and figure that out. What is it that you need to do in the first quarter to get moving on prospecting, right? List 1, 2, or 3 things that you know are the priorities for you and focus on those things. Do the same thing with like the workflow piece and what's going on down there. So I need to hire a VA. I need to hire a key staff member. I got 3 VAs already, but I need that key staff member who can really help me build. Then put it down that in the first month or 2 of the first quarter, I'm going to try to find and hire, retain that first amazing new key staff person, whatever. And then I'm going to build systems, and then I'm going to train. Those could be your 3 things, right? Delegating and getting that workflow figured out could be hire a staff member, build systems like SOPs, standard operating procedures, and train those SOPs. That could be your 3 things that you're going to focus on in the first quarter of the year just for your workflow. So prospecting could be leaning on some friends who are amazing prospectors and figure out my social media strategy. Cool? And then the 2 or 3 things underneath your building your team. What's up, Laura? Building your team could just simply be like, I'm going to hire that key person. I'm going to build the first couple of SOPs and start training. If you just did those things with excellence in the first quarter of 2021, you would change the trajectory of that year substantially. Not because I picked prospecting and team building, but because if that's your weak spot, then that is where you need to focus. You need to go out there, you know, we all do. We all think, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what to do. But if you just step back and think about it for a minute, you've taken so many e-courses, watched so many lives or content, listened to podcasts, read books. We've all done so much information gathering. It's time for us to stop, be strategic, step away for a second, get in our adult chair and just look at this and say, what am I going to do? What are my priorities? Well, I mean, what does my gut tell me I need to do? Make those things your priority for the next 12 weeks. All right? We're talking about 12 weeks. When you think about planning per quarter, like we do, I don't have to worry about everything I want to accomplish in 2021. I know what needs to be done now, what needs to be done first, and I'm going to crush that, focus on it. And yes, deploy, absolutely, Laura. I'm going to crush that, work on it, and I'm going to really focus on doing that with excellence. And then at the end of this quarter, 12 weeks from now, I'm going to have a different perspective on what should be done in the second quarter of the year. The second quarter of the year is going to look different because of my execution in the first quarter. And I'll get to pick new things, select new projects, or continue on the projects I've already started for the first quarter into the second quarter. And then you do the third and the fourth quarter the same way. That is how we plan our year, because we don't plan our year. We plan our next quarter. So 2021's coming. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. 2021 is coming. And the unfortunate piece of that is when the calendar flips over New Year's Eve to New Year's morning, it doesn't actually change anything. It just makes us feel awesome for a minute. What changes something is you being the awesome you that you are. You're an entrepreneur, you're a problem solver, you're a person who can take a dream and turn it into reality for your clients, and you can do the same exact thing for you. You can take your dream and turn it into reality. The piece that most people miss is just turning that dream into reality by taking steps along the way and actually executing the steps. Most of us read the book, get excited, watch the YouTube video, listen to the podcast, go to the conference, whatever, and we're super stoked. But we get so much going on and we can't execute. Pick 1 or 2 categories that you're going to focus on, and pick 1 or 2, maybe 3 task projects you're going to check off in those categories during the next quarter. Focus on getting those done, and then move to your next quarter at the end of this quarter. Don't get ahead of yourself. Execute and build. Laura, do work, get results. Absolutely. Laura and I get to hang out frequently in our mastermind, and it's amazing how much we talk about doing work and getting results. And so much of what we do in this Facebook group and in our masterminds and so many places I get to speak is talking about bringing our work hours down and not being caught up in that hustle lifestyle. None of us need that. We burn out, right? But ultimately, to get that freedom back, to get the financial and time freedom back, like Laura and I, we talk about this all the time. To get that freedom back, it's a constant battle of doing the right work and focusing on that and not doing everything else, right? Saying no is one of the biggest things you get to do to get results. Say no to the clutter, focus on those top 2 or 3 things under a couple of main categories and get that work done. Your mastermind is my happy place. Laura, seeing you in the mastermind makes me happy too. said this so many times, Laura, in our group, getting to teach those masterminds, getting to teach you and your group, your cohort, is like the high spot in my week. I love turning that Zoom window on and just getting to hang out with like-minded, amazing humans. So thanks for being there. Okay, kids, that is it for me from a live standpoint here in the group. Might chit chat, say hi to folks here back and forth, but I am logging off from all live things for the next 2 weeks until January 4th. I would encourage you to do the same. Take a little break from having to be on camera, from having to be forced to create, and put your energy out there, because you need to recoup, you need to rebuild, you need to own that space and be all you can be so that you can be the best you for your clients, your prospects, your audience, your market, whatever you do to serve next year. You got to come in full tank, ready to rock and roll. And the only way to do that is to get a little rest. So that is where I'm going. Laura, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you as well. Happy holidays, everyone. You have a fantastic year end. Plan your next year. Don't let the new year roll over without a plan. This is not a New Year's resolution. This is a freaking plan, all right? I'm not opposed to New Year's resolutions. Yay you if that's your thing, but make sure you have a plan of action that is actionable in small steps and that is contained in a small time frame. Not a full year, focus on a quarter so you can actually get stuff done. Who knew last quarter one in 2020 that everything would change so radically? But planning per quarter allows for nuances in the market to shift and change and allows you to take advantage of those things. So get out there, be awesome, have a fantastic holiday, take some days off, Zoom or say hi to the folks you love out there in the world. Be safe, be careful, and I will see you guys in 2021. Bye, guys.